So guys, welcome back to another one. Another DB ranked match. I go up against Tearlaments this time and losing the die roll again. So he starts off with Fenrir and then he goes for Nessie. I American snipe the Nessie out of his hand. And so he grabs the Bigfoot, activates Bigfoot, and I roll a 5 of course, and I roll again, and I hit the shuffler. He draws into Imseti, discards 2, and you know, that's like bags for getting ashed. Because otherwise, like, you know, he would have gotten to the King Sark and then get a draw. And that's just, that's too much advantage for me, like I don't like that. So he proceeds with Fenrir grabbing the tier cache, normal summoning Halfness, and linking it and Bigfoot off into an IP Masquerena. Then he goes tier cache, banish the Halfness to mill 3, and then he gets tier cache, sends another 2, but doesn't hit anything. Well, thank God the millers are banned now. So he goes melee, brings out another melee, links off into a sprint to send Merly and go for a fusion summon with Merly and Nessie into a Garua, and then links those two off into an SP Little Knight, activates the Garua and the Little Knight in sequence to banish Ash and draw a card, and then he sets a Skoliak, which obviously doesn't do anything right now because he doesn't control a Tearlament monster. So he passes to me. I draw a Wanted poster, which is a pretty nice top deck, and I activate it. And in draw phase, of course, that's just a habit. I mean, I wouldn't have to play around Droll, obviously, but it's like just grinded into my brain to like do this play during the draw phase. So yeah, I proceed to main phase then. Discard the Draco back to bring out the Diabellstar, and here I don't activate the effect, and because I already have Jet Synchron access, so I focus on outing the SP Little Knight before he can do anything with it. And then I go tuning, but I access Revo there, not Jet, because going for like Excel starters plays aren't that great, like if your opponent is on a Fenrir, to out it, because then I would just be left with a Jet Synchron and that wouldn't do anything. So I decided to grab the Revo, normal summon it, go for a Baron de Fleur, activate her effect to pop the Fenrir, and then I proceed to end phase. So he draws a tier cache with this, which is pretty nice. He activates the effect to summon, and I felt like, probably gonna negate it. If this here was an imperm, he would have activated it on Baron, so I thought this might be a Meta Noise or a Sulliak, and I thought, I keep him off the tier cache now and just gamble that he doesn't mill anything respectful. But he gets a Rhino Heart, which I'm not sure why he doesn't activate the effect. Check. Yeah, because he doesn't have a tier in hand. Yeah, right. He needs one to discard to facilitate that play. So, he sees the writing on the wall. He scoops it up. We go to side, and off to game 2. So he goes first. I sided in evenlies and thrusts, as you can see. Yeah, so he goes to main phase 1. His only play is tier cash, 2 mil, and I'm like, you know, fine. I mean, in hindsight, you know, if I knew what his hand was during that game, like, sure, I would have impermed it, but obviously, how should I know? I felt like, you know, I rather keep it for some more important plays. So he goes, he mills a Rhino Heart, and then brings it out, discards tier cash effect to mill. He gets the trap, and then he sends Shiren with Rhino Heart, and he fuses Shiren and Mseti for a Mud Dragon. Then he goes Trivikarma to search a Tearlament card, activates the Scream. He goes for Behemoth Shark, and then he activates Scream to mill, but he doesn't hit anything. And here I'm like, you know, well, I'm sure gonna imperm that. Like, I don't wanna have to deal with a Toad because it would stop my only play in Wanted. So I negate it. He goes for melee to bring out another melee. He links those two off into a Little Knight, sets his Skulliac, which is live this time, and then sets 3 other cards. 2 other cards, and I'm like, yeah, that evenly looking tasty right there. So I go to draw phase, draw a card, and activate the Wanted poster to get myself a Diabell Star. And then I go battle phase, end of battle phase, go evenly, banish everything, and then I go thrust, and I misclick there. I'm supposed to set, and there he thinks I want to activate it, but you know, I was just clarifying that I'm really setting the right so that he sees I'm not cheating or anything, because I just could have set one of those and then, you know, go, oh, I have another right anyway, so, you know, we're not cheating. That's not nice. That's not a nice thing to do. So I go Diabell Star, get the Sinful Spoils, and which he banishes right away. And I'm like, yeah, fine, you know, I don't know if, yeah, I mean, what else did he have? Yeah, I mean, he probably could have like kept the Called By or the Scream. So, and if I were in his shoes, I would have probably kept the Scream because it gives me a chance to play during the opponent's turn. But yeah, whatever, he decides to cut me off the Sinful Spoils. But Wanted poster also adds back the banished ones. So I draw a card and draw nothing. So I pass back to him. He gets back his SP Little Knight and his tier cash during the end phase. Proceeds to draw. Stand by main. He thinks for a second here, then declares Bigfoot, and obviously I discards it to destroy the Black Witch, but I can activate her effect to summon her back and get the original Sinful Spoils, and he just admits defeat there. Like, he could have gone SP there to banish, and then, you know, just do damage with the Tearlaments Kashtira, but then, you know, that doesn't really accomplish anything, because next turn the Diabell Star returns, I activate Rite of Aramesir, and walk over his SP Little Knight, and then I can go Sinful Spoils, Tribute, the Diabell Star, or something else. Maybe, depends on what the top deck would have been. And then, you know, have Speeder with into an empty board with no hand traps, so that, yeah, would have been beyond game. So yeah, that's that. Against here, he got like pretty unlucky with the mills. This could have turned out differently, the game too, like if he didn't mill like ass like this. Like, I mean, the shufflers are good into my deck basically, but yeah, he would have been way better off if there was like a tier name or something, or like, yeah, even the spell traps, like to add something. It would have been way better for him. So yeah, that's it. We're done. We managed to kick tier, like going second all the time so far. And yeah, maybe we keep on the streak. See you in the next one.